Over the past year, the cost of electricity went up by up to 65% for homes that use 50 kilowatts a month and 47% for those that use 200 kilowatts a month. As the cost of power shows no signs of reducing, it is natural to think of alternatives, and solar is perhaps the most popular. Solar is so popular in Kenya that according to a recent study by the Kleinman Center for Energy Policy at the University of Pennsylvania, we are a global leader in solar energy generation. For most people, solar is a good idea because we have an abundant supply of sunlight throughout the year, which makes it cheaper than other sources of power. But is this the case? To find out, we spoke to Mwangi, thermodynamics engineer who owns Selenium Solar, a company that is in the business of solar installation.
For solar power, the initial costs are, as you can imagine, they are very high, but that's pretty much all there is because everything is bought at the beginning. But you're also buying something that will take you up to 2 to 3 decades. The payback period is usually 3 to 5 years, depending on the sizes of the family and also their energy consumption. So even if you have high initial costs, in a time span of 30 years compared to the electric needs, it's significantly cheaper. The price that a person will spend, like I said, it will depend on the energy needs, and it will also depend on what the person wants. There are some customers who simply want to offset their bills. For example, from how much a person spends on electricity per month, we can estimate the size of the system that is supposed to be built. From our side, we have found that it's difficult to give an exact number. Those who want to switch to solar, you contact us, we come to your home. We do need either one of these from you. We either need to come to your home and look at your appliances and conduct a full electric audit, or alternatively, you can give us your electric bills from the grid. We prefer that you give us an electric bill from the grid dating back 1 year. From this, we are able to determine how much solar panels, batteries, and also the size of the inverters.
The price of solar panels, inverters, and batteries vary depending on the quality.
The prices of the panels right now, it's a very competitive market. But when it comes to inverter, that's now a different thing, because depending on the quality of the inverter, you're going to spend different sums of money. There are some really good, really high quality inverters which will obviously cost more, but the fact that they are high quality inverters, it means that you will have them longer. And also with batteries, we have different types of batteries. There are the flooded batteries, there are the lithium ion batteries. The flooded batteries are the maintenance batteries. They have a shorter lifespan. There are lithium-ion batteries, and also there are the AGM batteries, which are maintenance-free, and they all have different lifespans. And because they have different lifespans, you'll find that they have different prices. If you buy the cheap batteries at the very beginning, in 3 to 4 years you have to buy them again, and in another 3 to 4 years you have to buy them again. So if you look at it this way, in a time span of 30 years, you've spent more money with this cheaper batteries, so it's better to get the good batteries from the very beginning.
Apart from the cost bit, the placement and storage of the solar system is also another integral component of the journey of switching to solar.
We do also need to have a sense of your home. We need to know where the panels are going to go. There are no obstructions. For example, there's no tree that will create a shade for the panels, or high-rise buildings that will create a shade for the panels. Another thing that is important is that the inverters and the batteries, they do need to be stored in a well-ventilated area, and that means that if we cannot find a well-ventilated area inside your house, then we will build a secure grid for the inverter and the batteries. Now, the challenge with this is that installing batteries and inverters in an area where they are not well ventilated, it will significantly affect the performance of the batteries and the inverters.
Although solar equipment is expensive and the whole installation process a bit cumbersome, in the long run, solar energy is cost-effective and more efficient.
With electric bills, they rise with time. How the electric bills were 10 years ago is not how they are today, and it's also not going to be how it's going to be 10 years from now. And when you have something like a solar system that can provide you a good 30 years of electric stability in an area where the electric bills are only going to go up, in the long run, it is definitely cost efficient to have solar power.